okay, this is gonna be our pretty much our first EU video. Kind of like EU. I watch EU. I don't know him.
I watch EU. Just I don't put my all into it.
You better put your all into it. Misfits were accepted into the franchising. As you guys know, we'll do the whole team thing in the next one. But Soaz and Febiven are now on Misfits, and that means Senkux is not on Misfits, and Jezis is now the head coach for Misfits. That means the Musani guy is not their head coach. Whatever his name is, Big Moosey Moose, Musana, or whatever his name is. I forgot. Moose, animal guy.
Let's just get past this. What's next?
And the other EU things are Origen. It's now back in the ULCS, and they have Nukeduke and Alphari and Sherift.
I think that's gonna be a top team
For Nukeduke. And forgot you guys love Deficio. Deficio is now in Origen.
I think Deficio is a great pickup for a coaching staff. I think Nukeduke is a genuinely underrated mid laner, and I think he's been inconsistent, but I think he definitely has the talent if he's not getting demotivated by a bad team.
That's true.
Sheriff was one of the best ADCs.
I did not think he was good.
You had bad taste then, because Sheriff looked absolutely great.
I literally looked at his games and I was like, this guy is just not good.
You're incorrect. Sheriff was a great ADC. He's very underrated. But Sheriff was a good pickup. They still have a support spot, which I'm hoping they pick up Ignar. Like, that'd be a great
So that means that Nukeduke left Schalke. Yeah. Nukeduke left Schalke. Yeah. And Alphari's not on Misfits. And you got Deficio on Origin, man. That's crazy. Do you think Jez should be a head coach?
I mean,
he's had coaching experience.
He does. I'm not against it.
Maybe
see what he's
a new change of coach is good for them. Maybe they need a new coach to rip them into shape.
Jezits along with Deficio, I'm assuming he's going to put his hand inside of the actual infrastructure.
But no, that's for Origin.
Oh, sorry. I'm just mixing them up. But
how do you feel about Soaz leaving Fnatic again?
Soaz leaving Fnatic again? I mean, he's
left Fnatic.
Do you want my honest opinion about Soaz, or do you want?
Here's what I think is gonna happen. He's gonna leave. He left Fnatic after 2014 Worlds, right, for Origin, and then now he left them again after this year, after they failed again to go to another team. Do you think there's a possibility of this New Year failing and he just go back to Fnatic again?
I don't.
He's only really ever had success on Fnatic though.
Let's not trash talk Soaz too much. Honestly, he has the highest accolades out of pretty much any player in existence besides like Faker and all those actual successful Koreans. I don't want to take away from him, and I think that he has the experience, and honestly, he's not terrible.
He's a
solid top laner, and I think
solid. I say stable top laner.
I mean,
I've seen some performances on this guy.
I don't see how that's a different word, but what I'm saying is I think he is solid enough to where I think. I think he's solid at times, and he has pop off games. I think he's inconsistent. I'm gonna give Soaz that. I think like people tend to not look at his mistakes based purely off of his legacy, and I do respect him. Like he does have a lot to write on, but I don't like his inconsistencies, and I think he needs to work on that.
And I kind of left out the better one. I left the one to the very end, guys. Febiven of Clutch Gaming this year is now on Misfits as well.
Okay.
So that means that Clutch lost their best player. They're probably going to be like 8th place again. Unless they put in their academy mid laner who knows that is. But Soaz and Febiven on one team. With Soaz, Febiven, Max Lore, I don't know if he's coming back.
Soaz, Febiven, Max Lore.
And you have Hansama.
Mm-hmm.
And no one confirmed Mickey X yet. So that would be a decent.
The funniest thing about Misfits of the very last spring, like summer split, was the fact that during the funnel comp, what they did was we're gonna play standard. Played standard through the entire funnel comp system, and then when it came back to standard as the average, they sucked. And it made no sense to me.
That's because their laners were weak.
What I'm saying is
they were not all their laners. It was Alphari was good and Maxwell was good.
What I'm saying is they were already playing standard beforehand and succeeding in a funnel comp system. They were just ridiculously. I can't. Did they start out 8-0?
They started 9-0. They beat every single team once at least.
Yeah, And then all of a sudden we go back to standard, which they had been playing for the entire split already.
But you remember when it was standard in spring, when it was standard in spring for spring 2017, they didn't even make playoffs.
Yeah, but it seemed like they pulled it together during summer. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, the way I looked at them, they seemed a little. They seemed like to have a direction and their shot calling and stuff.
But we
and
saw the same thing with G2 too. They came back from losing to Echo Fox in one game in a funnel comp, and then they just completely started falling apart at that point. I don't know what happens with teams about that. You know, they have good starts, and then they just start falling apart all of a sudden. But
I'm scared for G2 next year. Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's the next video, because that's got to be its own video. That has to be, because that is that's too much trolling. I've got to lay off the heroin, man. But Sherift. Okay, so Sherift and Alphari and Nukeduke are all on Origin with Deficio. We'll talk about Deficio separately, but Nukeduke on Origin. I thought Nukeduke has always been good.
I think he's been above average, and I think honestly he has. Like I do.
The champion pool is endless with this guy.
No, he's a great mid laner. I just don't. I don't know. I haven't seen him succeed, but I think it's mostly based off of the terrible teams he's had.
You opt into these teams and
he's got a great champion pool. He's an extremely great laner.
Yeah.
I think if we see him on a good team, I could see him doing well.
Alphari's fine. I find Alphari fine.
Alphari's extreme. He's a solid player.
Alphari's good. Sheriff, I need to see more of this guy, man. I saw this guy's game. It's not looking. It didn't look impressive to me.
Who?
Sheriff.
Why do you say? I don't understand why you're saying this.
I saw games.
You saw games. I mean, I don't see what games you saw if you think Sheriff was bad.
He had like one good game all year, which is like the game where he got a quadra kill on Zaya.
This is where we get dislikes, because that's just that's ignorance.
Hey, I'm gonna be right next year, and everybody's gonna come back to this video and go, "You guys are amazing."
Yeah, but the fact is, you talked about past precedents, which he'd already proven that he was actually successful.
Okay, we'll say this: if I go by A to F scale, he's a C. I think he's just an average A.
Are you talking about international or EU scale?
Just EU scale, he's okay.
He's an A. He's an A. Honestly, he was at least a B plus last split.
So that's 3 players that Origin is getting. I don't know who else they're going to get. That's the only people that they confirmed. Deficio on Origin. A lot of people still are kind of upset that he won't be on the EU LCS broadcast for the broadcast where you commentate or whatever. I thought his casting was okay. I thought it was fine. He doesn't try to be overzealously funny.
You mean
over the top funny? He doesn't
honestly,
try to push too hard.
He was the only actually decent caster I liked from EU.
He seemed human too.
I just feel like
if you saw this guy in like a store, you would talk to this guy.
I don't really like casters for the most part. I'm gonna be honest. Like most of them, I bear with it because they
do their
just
job.
They have to do their job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like overhyping and stuff. And Deficio was just the smart dude. He's I like Jad. I like him. I just like the people who just calmly talk about stuff. I don't like the shout casting.
I like the shout casting that Captain Flowers does.
I don't either.
I
really don't like shout casting at all.
You gotta just go with football and basketball. Do it.
The only reason I like Kobe is because he looks like a complete stud, and that's the only reason.
Okay. So that's pretty much it. That's our first EU type video. I think. See, I have to see Origin's full roster before I make any predictions on power rankings.
We don't have enough to go off of to do.
By just going from Nukeduke, Alphari, and Sheriff, you're like, okay, this could be a pretty good team.
I think it's gonna be a top 3 team.
I'm thinking like top 6.
They're
probably gonna get like 5th place, and then maybe you can run to the finals. Is what I think.
You just
I think that
crazy.
I think that they won't do well at the start.
But I think that always does well at the start, though. That's
no,
like his thing.
He had a terrible start this year to show.
What I'm saying is he always does great at the start and then falls off.
Him as himself. If you're talking about the teams he's been on.
I'm talking about him.
Oh yeah, him as himself. He does really well when he first starts. What else we got? The Misfits. I think Jesus as a head coach has learned a lot about coaching. He talked about it before. He's learned a lot about coaching from a lot of the coaches he's been around. So I think that a new fresh blood is nice. A new change of pace is always good. But I hope they keep the other guy they had, because he was a pretty smart guy about the game. But Soaz on Misfits, I think that when Soaz isn't getting breathed down his neck about a lot of things about the Fnatic fans, he'll function a lot better.
I just the thing about it is I want to again the consistency issues on top of the fact that he needs to start listening to coaches. Like that's a big point of what's going on right here. All these new coaches coming in. And
someday announces he's back to 100 Thieves.
That is disappointing. That was a disappointing way to end this video.
End your statement.
That's really sad.
Good.
I really like Someday. I really wish he had went somewhere else. God.
gosh.
If
man.
they, you know what? That we can't do that now.
No. That'll be another video. I'm trying to make sure I get the thing. But yeah, Soaz and Febiven and Jez on Misfits.
I think
Febiven will be easily top 3 EU mid laner though.
Oh, he is. He
Last time he
did
was
not fall off. He played extremely well in it.
He never really.
He fell off during his H2K years. I'll give him that. He did not.
He still made the all EU LCS Pro
but
team. Though.
I'm saying he fell off. Does not mean
he
wasn't.
Terrible. He wasn't as dominant, but he was still. It wasn't his best performance.
Yes, I'm saying he fell off during his H2K years, but I think he is still an extremely great player. He's gonna show I feel like he's gonna show everybody. He's gonna be number 2 or 1. I think he's gonna be the best mid laner, honestly. The single best.
I think Caps will still be able. I think Caps is still.
I want to see some more years out of Caps before I think
Caps is just EU faker at the moment for mid lane. Like how Bjergsen is ours.
I don't see that honestly. Like most of the most dominant EU mid laners left. You can't even deny that.
You still have to dominate 9 other teams of mid laners to do that.
Well, most of them were new people. Juke was extremely good,
but I think that his lack of experience in his first year showed that. Too.
I don't see Caps played against a lot of new people. I want to see him against these veterans.
That's true.
Before I even put him.
That's pretty much it. So just to kind of recap the whole thing, Febiven, Soaz, and Jez's are Jez's is Misfits' coach now. Febiven is taking over for Senkooks, and Soaz is taking over for Alphari. So your last parting thoughts on that one? How do you think they'll place? Top playoff team probably.
100% a playoff team.
Maybe they go to Rift Rivals. Maybe.
I think they can also be a number 3 team. I'm putting both of them at a number 3 team, and I don't know if it's gonna happen. But I think they both have the potential.
Origen's Deficio is kind of off the broadcast. He said he'll come back every once in a while. Sherift or Nukeduke and Alphari. That one I think. That's probably going to be a low playoff team. I don't see what I don't see them gelling that fast, but I do see them being a really good team toward the very end.
We have no ability to know if they're going to gel. Is the reason why I said this didn't work. The thing, they have great players, singular players. They have great players.
I can see them definitely taking 4th if they get a really good bot lane. Actually,
I mean,
I can see them being 4th and a 3rd. I can see them being in a 3rd place match. That's pretty good for a new team back. I mean, that's you're easily top 4 out of 10 other teams.
Why do you hate Sheriff, dude?
I don't hate Sheriff, but all right, guys, that's pretty much it. This is over. See you guys later. Bye. Oh, we're Nightwing and this guy.
Yes.